Mander, and welcome to Burritos and Bodybuilding. So, we did not have an episode last week as we had Christmas, and Danielle and I were up in Monterey, and it was just a little too hectic. So, figured we would take a break from that one and just hop in right now. It has been a rad year. We had a great Christmas, as always. Families got together. It was a good time. But man, what a great 2025, dude. I mean, there was definitely some setbacks, just like any other year in life, but man, 4 shows, what a good time. All the things I've learned. And now we're on to 2026. And there's going to be some rad things, I believe, that are going to be happening for myself and for all of you guys in 2026. I think it's going to be a pretty sick year. We have the plan already set for bodybuilding next year. There will not be a whole... there's not going to be the whole jumping in shows last minute. We are set. We're going to be doing USAs in Las Vegas. They haven't even released the date yet, but we know it's usually around July. So going into health phase right now, kicked all the gear out of my body except for 250 tests. So, now's the time to really be disciplined on the food so I don't get all puffy and whatnot. As you can tell, I'm a little puffy right now, but not bad. Definitely decided I was going to eat and have a little fun over Christmas because that's how I do it. I don't like to be overly rigid because that's not fun. But we got the new diet going, and we also have a pretty fun announcement that Seek and Destroy Fit it's ready to roll. It's ready to go. Links in my bio on Instagram. All you gotta do is click it, check it out, see if it's for you. I'm not doing no salesman-y push. If anybody wants to work with me, sweet. If not, there's plenty of other great coaches you could work with. But Seek and Destroy is the way I do it. I like to have fun. I have to tailor everything to myself. I can't do one-size-fits-all plans, so I'm not gonna be doing one-size-fits-all plans for my clients. But I decided, I'm just going to throw myself into my own program as one of my own clients. And so I have, I'm still self-coached all the way up until, peak week. We'll have, obviously Justin will be with me and we'll be working together. But, for the most part, I always try to have the final say so I don't overthink stuff. But the diet I'll be working up to, last year I decided to just throw in a pretty good whole food based diet and really roll with that with some fun alternatives. And I didn't even really count out the macros. It was 6 eggs in the morning, 2 tortillas, some cheese, or my carne asada and cheese burrito, which we have had 6 of this week because they're the best. We did some burrito reviews that are out. But we like to do that in the morning. And then what I was doing, because I'm just not the best eater, is I was doing 300 grams egg whites, 160 grams oats, and 3 scoops protein powder, blended up with some water, and I'd split those up to try to have somewhat of whole food, in there instead of just a shake. And then at night I was having 2 beef patties and a cup of rice and just laying the barbecue sauce on because I don't even deal with counting the sauce. If it makes it taste better, I'm getting the bulk in. We're on an 85-15 type of rule here. But so I didn't even count the macros on that, and I started losing weight and I started tightening it up. And so I was like, all right, we'll hop in and do some shows. But so for this year, I'm gonna be on that diet starting out, but then we're gonna work our way up to 3,300 calories, 298 grams of protein, 336 grams of carbs, and 85 grams of fat. And we're going to work on what the judges said to work on, because I'm not one of those people that like to bitch and moan when the judges, it's their game. Learn their rules and don't bitch about it, because if you're in a sport with judges and you start bitching about results, you're not going to do very good. And quite frankly, most of the time, I would say most of the time, every time I've ever seen, these judges are correct in their placing. I actually disagreed with the judges. I got 8th, and I think I should have done worse. I guess shape was taken into consideration here, but there was a few guys that I finished ahead of that I was like, dude, that guy's leaner than me, and I would have put him in front of me. But that's just me. But so that's what we're going to be doing there. The coolest thing I'm excited to talk about is this coming year, we're going to be doing so much more content. We're going to try to really make sure we're getting these podcasts up 1 a week, more long form, but I'm bringing my old man in the content, and my dad and I are going to be doing motorcycle flips. We're going to be going out, getting dirt bikes, flipping them, vlogging the whole thing. I'm excited to introduce the internet and my, small but growing audience to my old man, because he is the man. Like, there is nothing about me that I can claim I am self-made, because everything I've learned, I've pretty much learned from my dad's badass self. So we're going to be bringing Dad in. Dad pretty soon, I'm sure, is going to start training with us at the gym and all the whole deal. So you've seen a lot more of my old man, and believe me, that's a privilege. So we're going to be doing dirt bike vlogs. Dude, 2026 is going to rip. And I just want to let all you guys know, I'm telling you, you can nail it. Whatever you want to do, it's pretty sick, dude, that like just been trying to keep myself around positive people, positive influences, and really trying to learn. And man, you can do a lot with this social media stuff. Not that I've done it yet. I'm in my greenhorn phase, but we're posting. And the most important part is we're having fun. If this grows to the heights or whatever, we're having fun, and that's all that matters. We build a good little community going on with all you guys. And so that's our updates for 2026 going in, kind of our plan right now, kind of what we've done over the week, our Christmas and everything. But just I don't want to go too long on this one today, but figured we would hop into a little bit of the mental health again, and just kind of wanted to talk about, like I've said, when I talk about this stuff, there's no judgments, that there's no I'm right, you're wrong, do it my way or else. I don't believe in all that stuff, and I don't think that's ever been the message of the big guy. But man, I'm telling you guys, it's just crazy how I've committed everything to faith itself. And really trying to go and understand what that word means, and listening to different psychologists who have really tried to just break these things down. And it's just crazy how, at least for me, I feel so rock solid that I know who God is. I know that when we all die, we're going to meet him. And I really believe that. I don't believe anyone gets excluded. I believe everyone picks the big guy in the end. So one thing that I've noticed that's really helped me is my prayer life. It's something I never really did. There's a lot of things in the Bible that they kind of come across very cliche, and yeah, sure, that'll work. But man, I've been praying without ceasing, the way the Apostle Paul said. And I don't pray like a square. I don't pray like a guy who's afraid of the big sky man. I don't think it works like that. I literally talk to the big guy all day long. If I'm quiet, I'm just in a little prayer. But it's not a goofy little prayer. It's a, dude, I really want to kick ass, and I want to learn how to nail this or nail that. And along the way, I want to be able to show my friends, the cool little things that I've been shown, and share all these different things. So, not, like I said, not to tell anybody what to do, but if you were a person like me who just always found yourself struggling in life and just trying to find meaning, and, it's a big one for me. Some people just kind of live and they have fun, and that's good for them. For me, I always want to know what the reason why I'm alive and all that stuff. I don't know why, I just always do. And I found all the peace in the world just committing everything to the big guy's feet. When I don't know what to do, I bring it to him. When I do something wrong, I bring it to him. And I don't feel judged. I don't feel like a piece of shit. I don't feel like the way these churches, when they get together and worship in their songs, you got to sing what a loser you are and how great God is. Because I've noticed that one thing that's interesting about Jesus is every time someone would fall at his feet, he would go, rise, what are you doing? So that's the God that I'm teamed up with. The God I'm teamed up with is the ultimate bro. He's not out here to judge anybody. He's not out here to point the finger and tell you that you're this or you're this or you're anything. Just walk with him, and it's the most fun. Like I said, not telling you what to do. That's just what I like doing. But man, very excited for this upcoming year, and I'm very excited to also have some friends on, and I'm excited to get like more interactive with all this stuff. So, I know I don't have a huge audience right now, but if you guys have any questions for me, it really makes it more fun for me to just drop them in the comments and say, what you think. Maybe you disagree with me on certain, theological views. That's cool. I mean, as long as we're respectful and we're not, crapping on each other, I'm all for talking about those things and fun. Or, if there's any questions about coaching or, anything at all, it's just, I really love to interact with whoever. It's fun, and my whole goal here is I want to build such a big community of people who are just down to just do these like almost masterminds where I'm out learning, and it's inevitable. If I keep learning, I'm only going to learn more. I want to share that. And then same with you guys who are out there who, you don't really know what you're doing just like me, but you're trying. That's what life's all about, is just trying stuff and then sharing what we learn with each other so we all elevate. And I think that's really the message of the Bible. It's not about religious practices and eating crackers and drinking wine. No, it's about all of us coming together and making our lives better to make earth look like heaven. None of us have seen heaven, but we could all imagine heaven's probably pretty cool. But yeah, man, I'm very fired up. I feel very spiritually on fire myself, and I just want to share that with whoever wants it without feeling like it's ever forced. As I said, I don't think the big guy ever said to go around and preach, at people. Said to bring peace. And if you're not bringing peace, then shut up. Sometimes people don't want to hear it, and you don't always have to bug people with it. You can just be their friend and just allow whatever to happen, because always remember, you're not the one who converts anybody or makes anybody. The big guy does. So I always try to remember that the reason why I follow is not to walk around and act like I'm Mr. Good Guy. It's the fact that I think, well, I have my own reasons for really wanting to study this stuff. And I cross it a lot when I get mad. And I just think to myself, man, this is not about judging others. This is about judging me and how to become a better me. And that's it. And along the way, if people see that and it helps them, well, then that's where the benefit is, in my opinion. But feeling great. This is a little bit of a short pod. It's kind of one of those things where there wasn't a whole lot of bodybuilding going on these past 2 weeks. More so, we were putting the burritos in over the bodybuilding. But now we are back to burritos and bodybuilding. It's all about that balance, you know what I'm saying? And I don't mean work-life balance, because work-life balance is whack. I'm talking flesh, spirit balance. That's the only balance I'm cared about. So we're going to wrap it up here. Like I said, we'll have more this week. Hit me with some questions. It really helps. Subscribe. That really helps. We're trying to climb up, and just know that this whole channel is not just about me, but it's about you as well, and that it's just about one big community of friends learning how to do these things better. I'm excited for 2026. You should be too. Know there is something inside of you that is uniquely special to you, and if you haven't found it yet, I promise you, you will. So just keep at it, keep pushing. We're going to keep having fun, and 2026, I guarantee you, is going to be more fun than 2025. So follow along, and I'll follow along with what you're doing, because like I said, it's all about community. I ain't trying to just gain followers, not follow anybody back, man. I want to see what you guys are doing too. So thank you guys for watching. I freaking, from the bottom of my heart, love you guys, and I'm very grateful, and I just cannot wait to see what we're all going to do in 2026, because there's enough of this damn pie for everybody. Let's